Today's lesson, we're going to begin our project 3. We're going to be working on our 11 by 14 sheet on the multimedia paper. And what I would like you to do today is set up your composition, a composition that you're happy with. Try not to line up your objects, but create a dynamic interplay between the foreground and the background. In my composition, I have the garlic projecting almost in a triangular form, coming forward, putting my colored object in the center of my depth, and then going to the bottle, and then in the far reaches of the depth, I have the loaf of bread, okay? So I have multiple layers going into the background, all right? And then compositionally, try not to put your colored object dead center. Take it either slightly to the right or slightly to the left, okay? Now, I want you to use your HB pencil and your gum eraser with your comparison stick. Remember to do your comparisons, okay? And you're going to take your sheet, you're going to use your HB pencil and block out all your objects. So that's what I started doing here. I started deciding where each of these objects is going to go. I'm laying in the cast shadows too, so I get a sense of what that, how much space that needs to go into the composition with the cast shadows, right? They're part of the composition too, because they create certain diagonals that help advance the overall composition, okay? And also going into the background, right? Tone in the background. Now, I want you to proceed as we did with our drawing 1, our 3 eggs in 5 values. So you're going to lay in all the values, but you're only going to use your HB pencil. I want you to hold back on your darkest darks. Don't make them quite as dark as you see them. Leave them a little bit lighter than that, because those darkest darks we're going to use as our last stage to this drawing after we've watercolored in our object. Now, you see my mustard jar here? I did not draw it all over again. So you can trace what you did before, okay? And then transfer it into this drawing. I initially sketched it loosely on this sheet so I knew where to place it. I drew that line down the center of my mustard jar, and then I aligned that line up again with my original drawing, okay, and then drew over and transferred it, okay. So make sure that your initial block in is very light with your HB pencil, and then you can press harder to just put your design in again, okay. So I want a sort of silvery veil of pencil, all right, before we watercolor this, and then we're going to advance the drawing later on the part 3 section.